Hey BJJ fans, it's BJJ Tanuki here with a quick follow-up on the Competidor Easy Tiger gi. If you took a look at my earlier review, you noted that there were these three tiger stripes that went along the gi right here. And I did a little bit more research and found out that in fact that did make it IBJJF illegal for tournament use. And so I really liked the gi. I wanted to be able to use it in tournaments, so I decided to remove them. And for the most part, it was pretty easy. It probably took me about an hour and a half. I didn't have the proper tools. In fact, I just used this pair of scissors here that actually work quite well, but still, I think a seam ripper would have been a little bit better. Anyway, bottom line is these stripes are held on by 2 rows of stitching that go along here on the top. And the most difficult part, this part wasn't too bad, but the most difficult part had to do with this area here. If you can see, there's a line of stitching here. The line of stitching is actually connected to the seam tape on the inside, which was obviously the last thing that they sewed on to the gi. So that part was affected by the stitching here. I had to remove that in order to remove this, and then additionally it's sewn underneath the lapel, so you can see a little bit here. But you know, with using a pair of scissors like this, I was able to make a pretty close cut, and eventually I'm going to put a badge here, probably a team patch or something there, so it'll cover it up. But as you can see, it's pretty clean. I mean, you can't really tell that these stripes were there, and I do intend to wash it. I haven't washed it yet, but I intend to, and that'll probably clear up any of the little tiny holes that were there. One of the things that you're going to have to do if you decide to make this modification is you're going to have to address the fact that the seam tape has been compromised a little bit, and you can kind of see here where I removed the stitching. You'll see that there's a little bit left that's in between the stripes. Similarly here, what I've done so far is I've tried some liquid stitch, just basically like a glue, and I'll see if that holds up. If not, we may have to do a real stitch, but I wanted to see if that would work, because that was the easiest method. Additionally, in order to clean it up a little bit, on the back of the gi, right here at the top, they had a patch that went like that. And you know, look, I like Competidor's design. I think they're a great design company, etc. I just wanted something that was going to be a little bit more clean on the back. So I removed this, which once again was pretty easy up until the point where I hit the top, because the top runs into, you guessed it, the seam tape back here. So I did have to remove 1 row of seam tape to get this off. Similarly, on the pants, the famous Flying V design here, they had one of these on there, and that was an easy remove, just a single row of stitching. None of these are glued on, so it really comes up with a clean removal process. Some people may wonder, you know, you spend a lot of money to buy a gi, why would you modify it? And the bottom line is I've now recall the model I had before, which was the Competidor Guardian model, which is a gray gi, one of the first ones. Really a beautiful gi, but you know, besides the color, it was simply not tournament legal, and for many reasons, including the fact that on the sleeve it had like a little embroidered lightning design, which I think would also have made it illegal even if it was overall an okay gi. And I really wanted to be able to use Competidor's product at the tournaments, so I made the modifications. They really are going out of business. They're going to have very few. They have very few sizes left, so pick it up if you get a chance, and enjoy. Happy rolling.